Yo, 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 what's up people, Tasaran here, and welcome. Welcome to BFA. Yeah, we're back here with our Dark Iron Hunter, Dark Tas. Now as you know, this series kind of went on a kind of permanent hold so I could do the Hunter on Northdale. We're a week, well, 10 days away from the release of Classic. I was going to take a week's break and just wait for Classic, but as it turns out I've got a bit of free time and I actually really enjoy recording and doing these videos. So I thought, even though it may seem a bit pointless and this series will probably go on another pause again once Classic releases, might as well crack on. Since I am now paying for the subscription, I might as well get my money's worth. So we're carrying on now. We're now level 82. Where we left off was in Storm Peaks, where I was trying to get Skull. I didn't actually get Skull in the end, mainly because I've not been there and not looked. But we're here now at the Maelstrom, ready to speak to Thrall, and I believe that this is going to be the start of Deepholm, under the ground, which I think was quite fitting for a Dark Iron Dwarf. It's got, you know, we feel at home with a bit of dirt above our heads. So without further ado, let's crack on and see what we get. As I say, it has been a long time since I've done any of this. Now the levels between 80 and 90 is shared now between Cataclysm and Panda Planet. I got to 82 by doing Panda Planet and I was instantly bored. Just when Mr. Pandera first came out and it was relevant and you couldn't fly there and everything else, I really enjoyed it. The Time Lost Isle, or whatever it was called, really good. The Thunder King, I believe that was Mr. Pandera, when that sort of patch, whatever you want to call it, kind of released. I thought that was really fun. But now it is a shame that to get to BFA we do have to suffer all these non-relevant expansions, but hey ho, it's the way it is. So jump on Smega's Wyvern. You got it.
I hope you have a strong stomach. Traveling through the breach is not for the weak.
It's not.
We're
Not
at the
at
center
all.
of the Maelstrom, the rift between Deepholm and Azeroth. Watch as it threatens to tear your world apart. Let us hope Thrall and the others can contain it while you're inside.
I hope so.
This is it! Brace yourself!
And then she just pushes me off. I think this is a really cool idea. And in Cataclysm, I've got to admit, this is one of my favourite
You made it! Good!
places as far as the look of it goes, and the whole idea
of it.
of it.
Temple of Earth. It's the most important structure in Deepholm. There was
I don't remember
once
these
a titan
bits.
made stone inside. It was known as the World's Pillar. The name was literal. It bore the weight of all the elemental and magnetic forces in Deepholm. It was shattered when Deathwing broke through the dome above and created the rift between the two worlds. All of Deepholm is going to collapse into Azeroth if we do not put the World Pillar back together. The first fragment was going to be delivered to us by a Horde gunship known as the Storm's Fury. It never made it here.
No.
We've taken control of the temple, and we're containing as much of the damage as we can. Go inside and speak to Marut. He's in charge. We are all counting on you.
Nice. Now I'm just going to go out to just look at this place. Now there was always the floated rocks, and I always thought that looked cool as you like. It's just brilliant. Absolute stunning place. I just don't remember this ring platform. But never mind, we've got a quest to pick up. Let's get Molten Fang and Kiki out. And I'm also going to get my squire out as well, because I like having a squire. My little servant. There he is. My little legend. Pan out a bit. Oh. Now usually when I can't, all the cataclysm places, I kind of go there until I was the higher enough level to move to the next place and then crack on. But as it doesn't matter, and it's all the level scaling thing, I'm going to take the opportunity to finish this area off. There's a lot of really cool quests and a lot of awesome like grinding ones. I'm going to get rid of all of my Panda Planet quests that I end up picking up. Tasaran Wilds, you can do one. I like a tidy quest log. Should have really done this first, but never mind. That's it. All I want, yeah, that's all I want. Just these quests here.
Good fortune.
And what should make this a touch more interesting is that I genuinely have got not much of an idea of what's best to do first. So let's just head out so our map is complete. Now you can see I've got the zone map up behind my webcam thing, so you can't see it, but I can. Totem energized. Ah yes, now this one is famous for being a pain in the tits. These are the things we need. Get my ironbound protodrake. Stick down a totem and kick his ass. And that's one energizing. And the more that we can bring over to this totem, the better. But as the cooldown seems to be refreshed, I can just put down another one. Squire's just going to stare at me. Now I've had a little play, so I've got an eye. Oh, I'm going to keep doing that, ain't I? I'm so used to shift clicking on vanilla. But yeah, I've had a little play just to kind of get a handle. Of my rotations. So, what we've got is barb shot. Fire a shot that tears through the enemy, causing them to bleed. For 595 damage over 8 seconds, and sends your pet into a frenzy, increasing attack speed by 30% for 8 seconds and stacking up to 3 times. Also generates, more importantly, 20 focus over 8 seconds. We get 2 charges of this bad boy. So we stick that down so we get our focus regeneration, living the dream. Then we go for the Cobra shot, and this is our basic go-to, just send loads of damage out. A quick shot causing 379 physical damage and reduces the cooldown of Kill Command. Kill Command is where we get our pets to just kick the shit out of everything. And then I tend to go for the Murder of Crows, and this is awesome. This is purely awesome. Summons a flock of crows to attack your target, dealing 2,416 physical damage over 15 seconds. If the target dies while under attack, a Murder of Crows cooldown is reset. So we don't want to do this first. This is why we do the Barb Shot, Cobra, Kill Command, Murder of Crows. Because we want the Murder of Crows to... we want it to still be active when the mob dies, and that way the cooldown is refreshed again. Then we'll be going back to the Cobra shot and Kill Command you know, whenever kill command becomes active, every time we lose or gain a charge of barb shot, we stick that on there for the additional focused regeneration, and that's the bottom line. We do have Bestial Wrath, send your pet into a rage, increasing all damage both you and the pet does or whatever by 25% for 15 seconds. A 1.5 minute cooldown. I tend not to use it unless it's, you know, a tougher beast thing, but we can do that. There are various other things as well, which I'll probably get into as and when I feel the need to. That's just a quick recap of Murder throws up, carry on with Cobra. Didn't get a chance to do a second kill command there, but never mind. Oh my god, this shift click is doing my nutting. The trouble is that I am shift clicking, and then that turns it into a non-auto loop because we're now on here. We're smashing these out rather quickly. Now, I remember when these first came out, absolute pain in the breastfed. Can I see any more in the distance? Not as of yet. There's one. Yeah, when it first came out, obviously everyone was on this and waiting for these things to respawn. It was a bit of a pain in the arse, so what I tend to do is kill these when I saw them, but carry on with other quests in the vicinity. Right, bollocks. Not doing this shit no more. Interface, auto loot. The only time... Oh, it could have been mining the corpses. The only time it is really advisable to do the auto loot that I found on here is when... That's much better. Is when you're a rogue and pickpocketing. Because sometimes, especially if the mob that you're pickpocketing is... How do we say it? Patrolling an area? Fuck you! Molten Fang's taking a pasting. I'm going to put a Men Pet on. Men Pet in retail is not a channeling. You get to just lay it down, which is really nice. Now, what was I saying? I do that sometimes. Just completely forget. I get so easily distracted. Just, I love playing. I just want to play. Oh, I bet it was really interesting as well what I was talking about. That's right. Shift clicking. Yeah, the only time I think it's advisable is if you're a rogue and you're pickpocketing. Because if the mob that you're trying to pickpocket is patrolling, sometimes they would go out the time you'd, you know, go up and choose what you wanted to steal from them. So if you're pickpocketing, if you're a rogue, use auto loot.
Hit the road.
Fucking right. I mean, it might be nonsense if someone's used to playing retail and has never played vanilla or the private servers or anything like that. Then you won't be in the same position as me where you're worried about shift clicking and all that, because there's no auto loot. Now what you just saw there was him come up and take his loot. It's like one of the best additions that they could have come up with, which is something that I first saw in Elder Scrolls, which is if you get a hit off or if you heal, someone in just passing by, you get a share of the experience, you get a share of the loot. And that is something that had been missing from WoW for ages, so it was very, very kind of selfish, really. You know, you'd have people stealing your nodes or tagging the mob that you're going for and just wound you up. But now there's a distinct level of teamwork involved. Look at the state of that. Level 82. Elite. I bet it gives a lot of XP. No path available for your pet. I tell you what, you're full of it. There's nothing... When did it move? The best way of seeing exactly how... He's disappeared again. Right, there he is. And he's evading. Is this thing fucked? Looks like it's fucked. Should have known really when it was saying no path available, you know, you ain't going to get nothing, but no, he's clearly got into some kind of freaky evade thing, so we're not going to test out how tough we are just yet. So how many more of these do we need? We only need one more. Come on, Squire, keep up. There we go, that's our last one. Let's hand this one much faster gameplay than what we're going to see in Classic. On your smegging way, you backshaft boy. Right, we've got to now... Burning Heart. Use Coal Mine's fire totem near any of the lava pools. That'll do. Oh, just get rid of this living blood so he's out of the way. I'm not going to let him use that. Get out of the way. Okay, really need to watch out for this mob's charge ability. It does do a lot of damage. Now obviously I am still in the frame of mind of vanilla where stuff can kill me, even though I know damn well it is going to take an awful lot. Okay, what's best for me to do? Hand these in, I think? Yeah. We'll hand these in and then we'll go to the downed gunship and find some clues as to what happened to it.
Go!
Use explosive bonding compound on flint. Ah, that's this dude.
Don't waste my time. Careful out there.
Ready? Right, we just need to lead him. I love this proto Drake. And we now have a very useful disengage.
Each day is a blessing.
Nice.
Blessings upon your
Ooh, they upgraded, lovely.
Must not give up.
And they upgraded too, right. Now the leggings, obviously we do have looms on us at the moment. Only really good until level 90, so I can't wait to actually run out of these. But that, yeah, clearly better. Let's have a look. Girdles about the same. Minus haste for 5 crit. So these are currently better until I level, so I'm not worried. So everything that we're going to be getting around here is going to be around the 103 level then, really. Not too bad. I think what would probably be safer if I actually sell all this shit. That way I can start from afresh.
Well met. Safe travels.
Hi, you're a tall one.
Okay. My cell grey thing's gone. I'm just gonna not worry about it and give up the log, because at the end of the day I've not been on there, so I know there's nothing of import on there yet. Okay, 5k. I've got loads more gold on my main, which is a DK. Head on out. Right, so the first thing I want to do is the slap elementals and do the clues. Let's do that. I think the main thing with BFA and the retail version of Warcraft, or wherever you want to put it, I think the gameplay is fun, the combat is fun, it's very fast paced, it's very actiony, and you know, you do feel like God mode. It is awesome. It's the forcing you to use that awesomeness in places you don't give a toss about, in places that are not relevant, in stories that are old. I think that's the problem. It really is. I think it would be a case of you do the level up to 60, say 60, because that's the classic. You level up to 60. Then you've got 255,000 fucking expansions leading you up to BFA, where the story is then relevant. They've done okay, kind of, you know, they've paired the expansions up and that. But I think it would be better still if you'd actually had a choice of whether or not you want to go play those zones. That's my views. It's like, at the moment, you're in Stormwind. During BFA 1 to 60, you've got Anduin's the king now of whatever else for BFA, and then you level up, and then you get to Mr. Pandera, and he's a fucking kid again. The continuity is lost because of it, and I think that's what most people have the problem with. It's like you have to spend so much time doing stuff that just doesn't mean anything. It's fun, the combat's fun, but you're not doing anything worthwhile. You're just going through the motions until you get to where you want to be. And I think that's the problem. Because say, I'll skip straight ahead to Mr. Pandera, which you're not really supposed to have done until 85. And it was like, I I know a lot of people don't like Panda Planet expansion, but I actually really did, you know, when it came out and it was relevant. But that's just my views. That's just my views. You know, I think if you're going to do the level scaling thing, I think they should... Personally, I think they should lower the level cap. Lower the level cap. Then when you get to 60, you've got 5 to 10 levels to do any of the expansions. Any of them. And then you get to the relevant expansion. You know, Elder Scrolls Online, I know I keep going back to that, but they had it fucking... They've got it down. Because you've got your... The level, well, I don't know what the level cap is it 50? And then after that, through PvP and everything, then you've got like a second lot of leveling that you need to do. I'm not sure what it's called, rankings or whatever. And every single one of the expansions that has come out on Elder Scrolls can be done at any level, and you can choose whether or not you want to. It literally doesn't matter. And I think that, personally, you know, if they could implement that in retail, it may well be worth doing. Unfortunately, that does mean they don't get to make £1 million a day on fucking character boosts. Let me know in the comments if you think you agree. Obviously, it would help if you played Elder Scrolls Online, then you'll know whether or not, you know, you'll know what I'm talking about. Right, why does he take so much damage? Just don't understand. Now, yeah, I do know I could be mining the crap out of these corpses, but it's generally for grey items, and at this point... Should be last clue over here. Slain Cannoneer. Yes. That's that done. Right, so this is the Master's Gate plans. Investigated. I'm going to go hand in. And have a swig. Now this particular quest chain I think takes us to like a flying
what brings you here?
ship circling the area.
We shall meet again. Akal Hector. Hail, walk with the Earth Mother.
Which is up there. There it is. Now I'm going to do this pure and simply because this is a quest I don't do. And I might as well take the time to check out all the things that are relatively new to me as well, just to make it a touch more interesting. Okay, there's lots of corpses about. I can't see areas. Is at the top.
May the ancestors watch over you.
Our friends are dead. Use the spirit totem on the corpses of 6 slain crew members. And look for clues in the Admiral's cabin of the Alliance gunship. Now I'm going to come off my mount. Now I remember when I did like have my first attempt of this, there's an area of the ship where there's no floor, and I fell and died, and that was what the shit? Wasn't ready for that. I think as far as my rotation goes, because I'm waiting for the cooldown on kill command, or I'm actively using Cobra to refresh, I'm going to start off with kill command. Yes, that means I get a 2 in per battle. So yeah, I'm going to start with kill command and use that to send in well, that's interesting. Okay, now I do need to target it. And jobs are good. And right, let's try and find the Admiral's cabin. Now it's time for a bit of bestial wrath. Okay, I think we're going to need to kill that at some point, but now is not the time. Admiral's cabin usually isn't all the way in the bloody thing, is it? It's usually around... You know, it's the upper decks, isn't it?
Light be with you.
Bring first mate Moody a bottle of whiskey and a spool.
Light bless you.
Aspect of the cheetah again is not an aspect now, it is a kind of a few second buff. Whiskey. The whiskey is either in the some kind of storeroom or mess hall or something. That's the part with no floor, which I died on. I mean, no line of sight. I'm sending pets in. Try in here. Where's the bloody bottle of bloody whiskey? I don't think it's down here. I'm going to check the upper decks. Okay, so for kill command to work, not only do I need line of sight, but pets already need to be in range. And even though it says it's got a 50-yard range, I can be 50 yards, but the pet can't for some reason. Right, bottle of whiskey. Let's have a read of the text thing, wherever it is. There isn't any other cabin here. Not even showing up on the map as a quest location. I'm assuming it's just like a little bottle on the table like that there, but it's not that one. Plenty of XP though. Ah. Not bad, not bad. Right.
Well met. Go with honor, friend.
Okay, apparently he's loving it. That's it.
I was born to fly.
Sure you was. Yay, level 83. Twilight
May the
Saboteurs.
ancestors watch over you.
And subdue the Smegger that's down there. Right, okay, so back to it then, I guess. So subdue, does that mean just slap him until he gives up, or have I actually got to... It looks like that's it. I don't think I have to actually use an item to do it. Just in case, I want to finish off the saboteurs before I subdue him, because it might be a conversation, or it might be drag him to somewhere for him to answer to his crimes. I honestly don't know. There's clearly plenty more down here. Nice. Okay, let's do it. Now, Murderer Pros on this was a stupid idea because I'm not going to be killing him.
Hey, okay, I give up. I'll tell you everything. Gotcha.
Oh.
I hope you can fly, Pipsqueak.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to...
Over here, you ugly whale!
You let me go now. Wait, no. Don't let go.
Meet me back up top. This two-headed freak has a few questions to answer.
You're going to leave me here over that? That is a really cool ability there that I don't know if you saw what I did there, but I have fetch. So if there's a mob that's got some precious glorious loot for me but is miles away, I can use I can send my pet to go collect that loot, which is awesome, just awesome.
To fly.
Take no prisoners, live the dream, jump on Stormbeak and watch. Oh, that's it.
All right, sunshine. Time to spill your guts before I spill them for you.
Wait! You can't do this! You people must have a code of honor or something!
I'm a daughter of the Wildhammer clan and a shaman of the Earthen Ring. My code compels me to honor my ancestors and the elements. Doesn't say a damn thing about dog ugly ogres.
Stop it, you tiny angry woman! I'll tell you everything! What do you want to know?
You can start by telling us where the world pillar fragment is. My griffin's starting to look a wee bit tired from hauling you around.
It was delivered to the Forge Master at Deathwing's Fall! I swear, that's all I know!
Well, that's something we've only
Let me
just...
know. Pull me up, you vicious little dwarf!
You were never in any danger, sweetheart. My friends down below would have caught you. You're worth far too much to us alive.
What? What have you done? No! Do you have any idea what the Twilight Council will do to me when they find out I've talked? I would sooner die!
Interesting. I've never heard of the Twilight Council.
If you'd rather die, why talk? Dumbass. Nice.
May the ancestors watch over you.
Speak to Marut Stonebinder at the Temple of Earth in Deepholm. So, back to where we was. Can do that. Okay, so Deathwing's Fall. It's this area here. Interesting. Let's see what we get for our troubles.
Greetings.
Go to Deathwing's Fall in Deep Hole.
Go. Live.
And gather 5 samples of blood of Neltharians from Living Blood at Deathwing's Fall. Yeah, okay, piece of piss. And we are going to be getting some upgrades. I like it a lot. Right, got some crap to sell. I know why that's gone. It's because I did go through and I started turning off a load of unnecessary add-ons. The only real one that I want to pay attention to, or have really, is my Titan panel at the top there. Because I know that when Classic comes out, we're going to be... There are some add-ons. Some work, some don't, or whichever. But until I get into it, I kind of want to get used to not having add-ons, because that's the way it should be played. Alright, you just want us to just kill these. I can do that. Get you. Get you. Get you. Gonna get you with a bleed. Also, I'll call you over as well, because why the shit not? Tiny bit of damage there. I'm going to put a Murder of Crows on this one. Do I not have volley anymore? I know I don't get barrage until level 90, which is the next one I'm going for. Massive AoE. AoE that is very dangerous to use in dungeons, because you can inadvertently, you know, pull the wrong shit, which can cause problems in dungeons. But when you're just leveling, barrage is awesome. Right, I'm going to get rid of the Squire because the horn's pissing me off. I like having the Squire, it does look cool. I did all of that without Kiki. The only thing I found is like, because I've got this thing where it brings out the, like, another pet with your pet. There he goes. He's just now turned up. He takes ages. Takes absolutely ages. Now I don't know whether or not that's just like an aesthetic thing. It takes a while for him to load up and look like he's there. Because my concern is that whenever I do that, see, he's going to take ages to come back.
Need assistance?
Am I missing out on the additional damage that he provides all the time? I can't see him.
Off and away.
Because if so, that's unfair. You know, especially in like a kind of PvP situation or something like that, where I'll jump off of my mount and get stuck in. Am I doing less damage until... There we go, he turns up. Until he turns up there. Because when I use kill command, it gets them both to slap. It's very hard to tell. Now usually when I am questing, or when I have quested here in the path, I go that way. But I want to continue on with Death's Fall. Ironbound Proto Drake. So everything we fly past is in awe of our awesomeness. Okay, this is starting to look a bit dangerous, isn't it? And we're here. Obtain the Twilight Orders from one of the Twilight Bloodshapers at Deathwing's Fall, and we have one in our sights right now. So let's just go down and land. And because I'm unsure of... there we go. Kiki's arrived. Pretty bog standard. Then kill command does both. We're not going to let him do that. On your bike. On your bike. Okay, we did it in one. Obtain the Twilight Slaver's key and free 6 enslaved miners. Right, do we need a key from one of each, or... I don't even see any miners. According to the map, it looks like it's up the way. Kill as many of these as we can, just in case it takes more than one key. Hard to say, we don't actually have a key thing anymore. It's locked, right, so we don't have any keys. Is it the Bloodshapers that give us the keys? That's what it said, wasn't it? Elemental Overseer. If it's an Overseer, then they're bound to have a key, aren't they? They must do. Maybe. Still no key. Is it the Overseers, it said? There is a key inside the tent in the southeastern end. I'm going to take it to the skies. See if I can find this tent. That's a tent. I assumed the tent it was referring to was going to be in the same area as the miners, but clearly not, because at any point they could probably just get it. Disengage doesn't do too well up going uphill, unfortunately, but it does give me a little bit of a speed boost thanks to one of my talents, which is called post haste. I'm going to kill the Overseer because we want to keep that XP coming in. go. Find the Forge Master's log at Deathwing's Fall in Deepholm, which is up the top somewhere. But let's see if this is an upgrade. It is. I'm going to walk up instead of fly up, give Kiki a chance to spawn. Bloodsmith. That's some seriously messed up cultist action there if they're going to be smithing blood. Go to Upper Silvermarsh. Deepholm. Obtain a trog crate and use it to submerge yourself and eavesdrop on the Twilight Hammer camp to the east. Obtain a trog crate. The trogs in deep are improving. Blah, 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 blah. I don't see any trogs. Ah. Okay, we didn't get a crate, but obtain research modes from the Mercurial Oozes. Where's the bloody crate then? I'm not sure if it's something lying around or... Wow, he's got a charge ability on him. That was poorly timed. Hey, you got a research note. Trouble is, when I hover over the trogs, it's not telling me they drop a crate, so I'm not sure whether or not they do, or whether or not I need to find one lying around somewhere. But we can keep killing shit until we've picked up all the research notes. Ah, what's that there? Trog crate. So I need one more ooze. One more research note. Okay, he wasn't happy with that. Give me back my box. That is. Rare as rock and all shit, ain't they, these things? Right, I think, as far as the rotation goes, I think 2 barbs, then kill command, then Cobra until kill command's active again. Yeah, that's much more. Kind of makes the murder of crows unnecessary. Yay. Right, so that's a little bit further away, but we're going to do this. Right, so hide beneath a trog crate, 6-second cooldown. It's not gone well. It said submerged, didn't it? Perhaps I need to... Wow, he's dead. Oh. Yeah, I've gone quiet. Dead again. Oh shit, that's not what I needed. Right, do I dismiss the pets? It wasn't the pet he went after, was it? It was me, so I'm gonna say it was safe.
Master! I've been informed the enemy has disrupted your operations. Where is the fragment?
The fragment is now in the dragon's custody, ma'am.
Well done. Meet me inside the stone core for further instructions.
Oh, of course, ma'am. At once.
Stone core being a dungeon.
If you don't mind me asking, how did we manage to recover the fragment? How did we infiltrate our enemy's forces without their knowledge?
Let's just say we have friends in high places, Forge Master.
Right. Twilight Overlook, where the shit is that? Don't know, we're getting there though, we are getting there. We've run out of rested bonus, but it won't be long. before we get that all-important ding. Is this a completely different quest with absolutely nothing to do with anything that we're up to? Oh, it's the Maisel's journey. Some kind of boss. Probably should have done that while we were there then. Is that this cave? Could be. Straight into the bloody wall. Yeah, this definitely looks like the place. A little bit more damage before I do the murder. Yeah, that'll do. Quicksilver crossbow. I'm guessing, you know, it's not really good for us, but it don't look bad. You know, it's very, very rustic, but it doesn't look bad. Albino cavefish school. Don't know, but at least that ends up that off, so we can get back to the twilight. And up we go. What we're looking for is called the Twilight Overlook, so that's not it. Twilight Throne.
I was born to fly.
And we got loads of quests. So we'll pick all of them up and then go see that vendor.
Welcome. See you soon. Great to meet you.
No.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Ah, this one is the repairs. Probably don't need it, but
Remember the lessons of the past.
it can't hurt. So we've got to catch a dragon. We've got the snare, basilisk meat or basilisk into the stone core. All right. So we do have to do the stone core. Specific stone core. Might take ages for me to do it, and obviously it would be better for me to do random and get all the additional bonuses, but I want to kind of keep it kind of relevant. If I get in, I get in. If not, unlucky. I've got to be honest, we've seen a couple of other players about, but beyond that, sod all, really. Alright, so we just need a snare from one of these. Hopefully Kiki will turn up one day. There's Kiki. Great. Why it takes such a long time for that to happen, I don't know. But that's it. That is all we needed to do there. You'd have thought an area like that, you know, quite large, loads of mobs.
May the ancestors watch over you.
Kind of wasted effort in making them, I would have said. Really? Easy enough. The reason why I keep accidentally doing that is because on vanilla that keybind is my hunter's mark, which sadly no longer exists. What is this? What the? Where are these coming from? Basilisk. Thank you. It's not an invalid target. Click on that one. Yeah, one more. There he is. Right, let's get out of here.
I was born to fly.
Was you? Place to trap me in the western end of the Alabaster Shelf. And this in itself, all these seem to be making us head towards the quest that I would normally be doing, so perhaps I've just been doing it wrong all these years as far as order goes. Not sure. But we need to slap a matriarch. We need bait to do it. You see, I can't see any flying drakes anywhere, and yet they seem to just pop out of nowhere when I was there. I don't mind killing this for a bit, because I'd much rather, if we are facing some kind of boss, I would much rather Kiki was involved. So yeah, nice. You hear rustling of heavy wings as the matriarch approaches. Oh, snap. I was actually rather... What did I say? Avoid her traps by staying on the move. Quite right. Or just kill it quick. Or is a better tactic in it? Maximum damage. There's some drakes. So they are about. I'm now in combat with one.
May the ancestors watch over you.
Okay, nothing. And... oh no, nothing. 745, so we'll go for the one that's higher value. Defeat 8 Twilight or Dragon King units at the lair. Right, you are. Oh, hang on. Let's do this. Okay, so on the assumption, yeah, we're just killing everything we see. So start with you, make a bit of space. Oh, he's... Exhilaration I never use as a self-heal. For me, it's always been use if the pets need it. He's finally decided to show up. Always nice. And that's 2. Dragonkin. Tell you what, let's see what sort of trouble we can get into here. There's really no reason to do anything one at a time in this area at all. Just kick it in. Kick his bleeding teeth in. Okay, so here's the first of our gates. Nice. And this thing apparently doesn't look much like a gate, but we'll see where the shot goes. Yeah, let's do that. Another 2 quests to hand in. Ah, yeah.
born to fly.
Was you? Oh. Worldbinder Signet. Actually better than our Shepherd's Loop, so... that's not half bad. Right, the Upper World Pillar Fragment. So this should go towards finishing off the first of our story chapters. It is the Upper World Pillar Fragment. Ooh. Abyssin? Is this another big ass dragon? Let's scroll out this time, see if we can see it coming. He's coming, get ready lads. Wrong time to use that. Fucking what was I thinking? Murderer Crows is now going to be on a cooldown when that runs out. Unless I can kill him quick. But it don't look like it. No, Murderer Crows is fucked. Right. The cooldown is it's a whole minute. Seek cover. Behind here. That didn't work. Yeah. And there it is, we have the fragment. And this gets turned in the centre along with the other quest that we've actually done. I think it's just to speak to someone quest, but never mind. So we've done that story, which is quite cool, because it is a story that I've never actually completed. So that is good news. And that's the thing, really, thinking about it, going through all these different expansions. There's plenty that I've not done, not seen. So while we're waiting for Classic, I will take the opportunity to take a gander. There are some things that I'll do that I have actually done before just because I enjoy doing them. But it's always nice to see a little difference now and then.
Well met. Be careful.
Nice. Okay, so that can then go in there.
How are ya?
I've the finest wares in the land. Good day.
What can I do for you?
Oh, it's just the into the stone core, because this is where the entrance is. Don't know if it's down there or down that way, not sure. I'm the only one in that queue, so that's pointless. Right, so Master's plans and the Master's Gate investigated, and then to Stonehearth's Aid. Now Stonehearth's Aid is really the direction that I usually go, purely because you'll see an awful lot of AoE grinding when we get over that way, so that should be a lot of fun. I'm not sure how long I've been going for, but I'm going to call it there because it is the ending of that particular story. So thanks an awful lot for watching. I do really appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.